Yo, this is definitely one of those just hit record videos. God damn it! Sometimes before I film a video, I get stuck in my head about like, okay, how am I gonna deliver this? What am I gonna say? How am I gonna say it? So on and so forth. But it just helps to hit record, and then trust me, I edit a lot of my mistakes in post. So yeah, that's how I roll. I do update videos and this and that, but I don't even want to call them that anymore. These are just progress videos because it's basically what's happening. I'm just fucking learning as I go as I make my videos and my content, right? And the more I continue doing this kind of shit, obviously I learn what works for me, what I don't like, what I do like, and this and that. So I'm just sharing you my progress as I make this stuff, right? That way you can learn something as I work on my YouTube channel, where the fuck my channel ends up going. So sometime last year, I decided to get a website, right? The original plan was Pod asked me if I could help him with his website to set up like a merch store or something like that. You know, we haven't got to that point, but I told him, cool, yeah, I'll be interested. So as a form of practice, I decided to subscribe to the same web hosting service that he has, which is Squarespace. So I got the year, right? No, I didn't get the personal one. This one's more designed for just blogging, or if you want to get like just a taste of like having a website or whatever. I got this one, right? The business one. I was watching a few tutorials before I got this subscription, and they were suggesting to just get this, right? The reason is mainly because you want to get the advanced website analytics. That way you can like see how your channel is progressing, this and that. And also you can like purchase a domain for your website, just when you check out. And if you want to if I want to sell something, like I'm able to do it, with a transaction fee or whatever. So I didn't have anything planned to sell or something like that, but I was just, all right, cool. Since I want to help Paul to work on his merch store or whatever, I figured, okay, this kind of makes sense for me to get it, right? So I got it. So it's like $23, if we get the yearly plan, that with tax and I don't know, some other bullshit. I think it came out to close to can't remember exactly the price, but it was definitely just under $300, right? So I got it. So I messed with it, created a homepage, I did some menus, I did put the time into making a list of like the software, how it worked, which I think is kind of cool. It worked out. I played with it and this and that. I got an editing gear, travel guide. Pretty much I had a plan to create a list of the stuff that I use for each individual component, my keyboard, my mouse, or whatever. A travel guide, so when I go to say Taiwan or Vegas, I show you a list, what I take and why, stuff like that. So I have plans to do all of that, but I haven't done none of that shit whatsoever. And there's a reason for that. Being super blunt, honestly, I just don't find this shit interesting, to be honest, right? I really don't know how else to put it, at this moment currently where I'm at as a individual, my focus is primarily creating my content. That's my main focus. The thing I guess I learned as I do this kind of shit, making my videos, working for Paul, having my life, is that your attention is, at least for me, my time and my attention that I give towards something is very valuable, because obviously by me focusing on something, say like my videos, right, I'm putting my attention and my time to create this, to record it, and then I'm gonna focus my time and attention to edit this video, right, and then post it and so on and so forth, right? So that time and energy that I have throughout my day is very valuable to me. I learned to appreciate that as I got older, right? I don't really like to waste time anymore. So something that I don't see a genuine interest in, if something doesn't really make me happy, I tend to completely cut it off, right? And unfortunately, that's something I did with my website. I'm not necessarily saying that I don't like the service. It's just overall having a website for me that's not important at the moment, and it's something that doesn't really give me the results that I want, right? Now I have had a few people say that they went to my website, they could find my email, or maybe they did like the fact I had a software list or whatever like that. But the thing is, I made it and then I completely forget about the website overall. I don't really check up on it. I don't really put any more time into it. Like I said, I completely forget I have it. It's not my thing because my focus is on other things, right? And that's the problem I guess I have when it comes to having something like a website, is that obviously it needs to be maintained, it needs to be updated, it needs to have a purpose why it's there, right? And having a website for me, like I said, originally was for a learning experience to see how it works for me, how I feel about it, and this and that. And yeah, and then I came to the realization that having this website, honestly, I don't care about it. That's my learning experience. That cost me $250 to learn. Shit, that's how it goes, right? which is fine because I mean, like I spend money on other dumb shit. So I mean, this is the learning experience. So for me, it's not a complete waste, right? So I mean, I'm not talking shit on the service itself, Squarespace. I think for someone like me that doesn't know how to like create a website, I think they do a good job of like helping you out, making it simple. There's definitely plenty of like tutorials that I watch to give me a good head start, right? So Squarespace, I mean, overall, it's cool, right? If you want to get a Squarespace a website, from what I have experienced, it's good. I don't have experience with anything else besides this, right? The only reason why I got this, like I said, is because Paul has this service. Man, I want to like get some practice on it so I can help him with his website. But being blunt and honest, I think I reached a point where it's like, you know what? I'm like, this shit does not interest me whatsoever. So if Paul was to ask me like, he's really ready to move forward about doing this shit, I mean, I'm probably gonna be like, I really don't care. I lost that interest. I'm not gonna lie, right? Another thing I guess I learned about like my experience with like messing around with this website stuff is that I try to like focus on my content the same way I consume content, right? Meaning that how do I enjoy spending my time, you know, watching content, consuming content, you know, how do I discover content and all that shit, right? And before YouTube, obviously, I used to like browse around websites a lot. And then like, you know, I have like a massive list of favorite websites that I jumped around to see, you know, content, right? Those days are done, you know. If anything, like yeah, I've reached a point with my channel that if you really want to like find something specific on my channel, if you just go to here on like the search bar, right, just type in like, I don't know, let's just say audio, right? And like I literally have plenty of tutorials on like how to like normalize audio and stuff like that, EQ, so on and so forth, right? I don't know, anything that has to do with like color correction, maybe, you know. I have tutorials on how to fix color correction, you know, stuff like that. So I mean, depending on the title of the video. So I mean, I'm at that point where if people are fucking internet savvy, they know what to do that. So for me to put the effort to create a website where people can see this stuff, also time has changed. A lot of these videos are like, you know, 2 or 3 years old. They're still relevant, but obviously people can simply go on the search bar for all YouTube in general and type in color correction, you know, and you know, boom, my shit is not gonna appear, right? Because like I'm a very small YouTube channel compared to other guys, right? You know, it's just how it is. So I mean, it's almost like whatever. Really. Oh, by the way, if you guys want a good YouTube channel to like learn about color correction with DaVinci, I suggest this guy, Darren Moston. Yeah, I learned a lot from this guy. I suggest to check out his stuff. He's a colorist, is what he does, and he uses DaVinci Resolve to like, you know, do color correction. So anyways, long video, right? Now something I personally like to do is like I do like learning about software, right? Like services, so on and so forth, to make my life easier, right? But just about with anything, if I'm gonna give it my time and my energy, it has to be something that's worth my while, right? So that's something I guess I learned to appreciate or to value. So by me making my content, the fact that you are giving me your time, honestly, at least for, you know, for me, it does mean a lot, and I appreciate that. So, you know, I try to make sure that when I share my videos, it is something that it's, you know, entertaining and fun, and like, you know, gives you a reason for you to continue coming back, right? Whether I make a joke, you know, my movie reviews, to do, you know, some tutorials or whatever. I go to an event, I film it, and I share it with you guys, right? I'm trying out with my gameplay videos, you know, I'm trying to want my overall goal of my gameplay videos is like, well, one, I want to have fun playing the games because, you know, I like playing video games, but I do want to give the feel like you're involved as you hear me play and chat and this and that. So I am building that vibe little by little with my friend that I'm playing with, right? So, you know, there is an experience that I'm trying to like offer with you as you watch my videos. You know, that's like the overall goal with it, right? At least that's what I have learned as I make this kind of stuff, right? It's giving you a experience, a vibe of like you being more involved with my channel. You know, I respond my tutorials. You know, I do respond to questions. You know, I teach you something. You know, I show you a new experience of where I go, stuff like that. So there's that vibe that I am trying to like offer to you. I'm not just making a video to make it. I do have a consideration like having you experience something new with me, kind of thing, right? So that's the goal of it. With my website, like I couldn't really see how I can offer that, right? So that's why I pretty much decided, you know, I'm not gonna like focus too much on it. So I paid for like the year subscription, and like, yeah, I'm not gonna renew it. The one thing I think I am gonna keep though is probably like the domain name, because I mean, I do see a reason to have a website. I'm not saying like it's completely useless. I'm just saying like at the moment, I don't really have a use for a website. for me to invest time and energy into it, right? Maybe more down the line, for whatever reason I was to like finally decide to sell merch or something, then I guess it'll make sense, right? Benefit I see of having a website, honestly, is that relying on other services, say like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. If those services for whatever reason were to close your account and people cannot find you, then at least you have your website where people can like go towards and see what's up, right? Or you can like have people sign up in a newsletter. And you can like able to reach out to a lot of people at once and let them know what's going on, right? Stuff like that. Another thing is like, I'm not monetized through YouTube. I don't really make money. I don't make any money at all. If anything, the financial support I've been getting was from you guys, really. Whether you buy me coffee, I get the donations, that does help me big time, in regards to like, getting that momentum going, that motivation to continue making this kind of stuff, right? So at the moment, I don't really see my website helping me in that sense. All the links for you to help me out, they're in my description, right? So like I said, like having that website doesn't benefit me at the moment. But so like I said, that being said, I am gonna keep my domain name, which is justiljoe.com. I just think it's funny. Finding a domain name is kind of difficult. Obviously I search Joe the editor, Joe editing Joe, whatever. All those names are taken up, right? So my girlfriend suggested, Just As Joe. Yeah, it's a joke, and I found it. It was available. So I'm like, cool. Mine, zoink, justasjoe.com. So I'm gonna keep that domain. It's like $20 a year. So yeah, it'll be worth it just to like renew that. That is through Squarespace, right? So I'm still gonna have an account with Squarespace to maintain my domain name. So when I'm ready, I'll bring back my website and work on it when I need it. But for the time being, I don't. Alright, so anyways, that's all I have to say. I got more plans, but that'll be another video. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out with me for a bit. Appreciate it. If you made it this far into the video. Yeah, a lot of learning is going on, that's for sure. So I'm just gonna share with you what I experienced and what I learned for you guys. Alright, talk to you later. Peace.